If volunteering is so important to the city, then what are the key challenges and questions that need answered if we are to support and increase it?
Since 2010, a lot has been achieved when it comes to raising awareness of and interest in volunteering among Glasgow's residents. A number of factors have influenced this rise, but the volunteering programmes for the Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games undoubtedly made a significant contribution. When it comes to translating this awareness and interest into more people actually volunteering, a number of policies and programmes have achieved some success. For example, there has been a particularly positive impact on the numbers of young people aged 11 to 18 volunteering across Scotland as a whole, probably because of consistent policies and effective joined up programmes.
However, we must acknowledge that with only around 20% of Glaswegian adults volunteering, either formally with third or public sector organisations or informally by helping out friends and neighbours, more work needs to be done to bring adult rates up to those of young people. This was recently acknowledged by the Scottish Government with their ambition that rates of volunteering for the whole population should increase by 2028. Indeed, one of the key challenges for us all is how do we measure the current rates of volunteering more accurately in order to get a truer picture and measure progress?
Even with imperfect and often inconsistent measures, why is it that adult rates of volunteering in Glasgow appear to be lagging behind those of young people? There isn't one simple answer, but it is self-evident that as adults we are less likely to volunteer when faced with increasing pressures and difficulties in meeting our basic needs, be it putting food on the table, maintaining a roof over our heads, keeping healthy, or paying for utilities, childcare and transport. Given that 47% of Glasgow's residents are living in Scotland's most deprived 20% of data zones, this is clearly a contributing factor in the relatively low rates of adult formal volunteering, and presents a significant challenge to those of us seeking to see those rates increase.
So what can be done to make it easier than ever for people across Glasgow to identify suitable volunteering roles? Work already underway includes that done by both Glasgow Life and Volunteer Glasgow to establish a new and improved digital platform designed to enable people to better connect with opportunities advertised by hundreds of diverse organisations across the city. Partnership work carried out by Glasgow's Poverty Leadership Panel, Volunteer Glasgow and others with the Department of Work and Pensions has also yielded very positive results. That work directly led to the publication in 2017 of largely positive, comprehensive guidance for all welfare benefits claimants in a single document for the first time in over 6 years. However, the DWP still treats volunteering as a work-related activity, and this means that claimants are obliged to inform the government of their volunteering. For many, this represents an infringement of our human rights and needs to be challenged on that basis.
Will you work with us to explore how we can protect people's freedom to volunteer with human rights? And like many others on the City Poverty Leadership Panel, will you support the Glasgow pilot scheme of universal basic income? Will you work with us to encourage and enable more people to consider volunteering? Perhaps through your corporate social responsibility programs, or by addressing barriers to inclusion, or working with community planning partners to make every area of the city a thriving place.
Of course, our efforts to inspire and enable people to volunteer will be in vain if there aren't enough diverse, appropriate and well managed volunteering activities for people to do. So another important question to pose is, how do we ensure that there are lots more high quality inclusive opportunities available in Glasgow, and how do we monitor that quality?
The issue of the quality of opportunities is absolutely crucial. The positive health, well-being and employability benefits of volunteering may be well established, but Poverty Leadership Panel members have heard examples of the detrimental impact of negative experiences. Again, work is already being done in this area, principally the development and phased rollout of Glasgow's volunteering charter, and there are many excellent examples of innovative and inclusive roles being developed.
But important questions remain. Does Glasgow have enough third sector organisations in the first place to facilitate an increase in formal opportunities? What role can the public sector play given the increasingly challenging environment it faces? How can we support and enable an increase in less formal opportunities done in shorter periods of time, sometimes known as micro-volunteering? And importantly, will your organisation sign up to the Charter pledges and take action to fulfil them? Whilst it is important to recognise and celebrate the work already being done by a wide range of partners to develop volunteering in Glasgow, our shared ambition to do even better demands answers from everyone that can contribute. Can we all collaborate to make policies and programmes consistent in a robust joined up action plan and help make Glasgow more resilient, fairer, more equal and healthier for all?